think I'm live. I'm really bad at streaming, and that's why I'm trying to do it a bit more because I feel insanely overwhelmed every time I try to do this. And I don't want that to continue being a thing, so yeah. Oh yeah. Honestly, it's probably just gonna be me here today because I chose a quiet time to do this on purpose because, like I said, I hate it. So that's fun. If anyone ends up in here, if there's any issues with the audio, please let me know because I'm not monitoring this. I'm just going off of the levels I can see on my PC screen, so yeah. So I thought it would be a good time to just chill out for a little bit. I don't know, half hour or so, do some work, have a chat if anyone's around. And if not, that is also fine. Yeah, so I guess the point of streaming today was I've had a hectic week, and I thought it would be an alright time to just like sit down, have a little bit of a chat. I haven't been able to post as much this week as I wanted to, because as you're all probably aware, it is Black Friday week. It has been mental. I'm a retail worker, so it's been a lot of sales, just being under the pump, overwhelmed like all hell because there are a lot of people you have to talk to when you're a retail employee this week. My god, I cannot stop mucking around with this microphone. I apologize if yeah, so it's just been mental. Was talking to my coach about how much I'm struggling over the next week or so to remain consistent and just feeling like guilty for not doing the work that I want to be doing. And he suggested, hey, how about you jump on a live stream, have a quick chat with some people, and we do some like little background work in the meantime. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, hopefully this goes okay. So I'm gonna just chill for a minute. If you have any questions, chuck them in the chat. The live chat box. Again, also, if this sounds awful or it's choppy or I'm having any issues, please let me know. I would like to get better at this and not feel terrible every time I start a stream. So it's one of the things I've hated about doing live streams and is watching people sit there and like wait for people to jump in. And obviously the people that do those that I watch have a pretty substantial following, and so they're waiting like a minute and then there's like a bunch of comments. Oh my god, Joe, It was the fucking worst. Thank you for watching me scramble and freak out. It was terrible. I mean, look, oh, no, I say that every year. We know this about me. It wasn't the worst one I've worked. It will be the last one I work in retail. There's a little bit of a delay on chats, which is fun. So sorry if you asked that ages ago. It was all right. It's a baby team we've got going at the moment. So, you know, a lot of newbies learning the ropes. Got thrown in the deep end. Yeah. And I don't know. The deals just weren't as good as I remember them being a couple years ago. So that wasn't fun. But I survived. How was it for you not having to deal with the retail life in Black Friday retail life? Yeah, nothing notable this year. I found no one screaming at me, but I also just like hid out in my own department and just kind of like stayed there this year, because historically I get stuck in the busier sections where there's a lot of people. I'm glad you had a fantastic time. Oh, must be nice to be free, have your adult real big guy job, doing cool things, not being slammed by the man. Oh. You can probably tell how awkward I feel right now, Joe. Like, the way you and I would normally interact. Live streaming is so strange for me. Just like seeing you in your little chat box. I should be looking here because it's also here, but I like to look at the screen because I'm avoiding the eye contact with myself from my camera monitor. Oh man. Actually, while I do have you, Joe, am I clear? Can you hear me very well? Because I am just monitoring based on like levels, and I don't want to put my headphones on because I don't know where the cable is, if I'm fully honest. On a lighter note, and while I'm waiting for you to maybe respond to my comment, unless you drop out, which is also fine, I'm gonna go get the thing that, oh yes, thank you. I'm going to go and get my favorite Black Friday purchase ever. I'll be 2 seconds. All right, so fun things about me is I like books, right? You might know that about me. You know I like to read. But we're not going to talk about the types of books you know I like to read. But I love photo books, right? And I was, it's really heavy. I went out shopping and I brought this book about volcanoes because I like photo books, and I didn't think I was this type of person. I'm not someone who is obsessed and can tell you every fact about a volcano, but here we are. I'm just gonna like show you some volcano things for a second. Basically, I like really big books and I like the pictures. This is it. Look at these sick volcanoes. Anyway, so that's pretty much all I've been doing outside of surviving and recovering from the hectic weekend we've had. Had a concert last week. Got 3 more this week. I decided to go to Paramore 3 times because 2 was not enough. So that kicks off tomorrow. It's gonna be mad fun. Man, it is strange being here and chatting to yourself. I'm not gonna stop talking about how weird that is. that's something I'm going to struggle with, I think. It's like live streaming with purpose. And when I've done the Pomodoro ones, it's like, hey, here's my little intro, get to do my thing, and then I get to be quiet and just do my work, and there's like a level of productivity to it. This one is strange. I feel like I'm having a crisis and I'm just documenting it for 2 people to see. Wow. Thanks, man. I will. Doing one solo show on their second show, I think, and going with some work buddies on the 1st and 3rd. Work buddies, they're my friends. I only have work friends. I only have friends that are from work. They're not just work friends, but you know, when you didn't go to school here and you're an older millennial, it is hard to make new friends doing things, so you meet them all through work. Yeah, it's really strange. Thank you for the validation. I know why I'm doing it. I think it's a good thing. It's like I really admire those people that jump online and they do this all the time and can just kind of maintain this like conversational thing that people can constantly engage with, but they don't forget where they're going with their story either. Whereas I feel like I'm just speaking for the sake of speaking. So yeah, but I appreciate you jumping in here, contributing to my watch time. Oh. Man, need disclaimers about how much I'm going to ramble, I think. But it's fun. Yes. Fucking hell. It just like full on had to resist the urge to like flash on camera. Never change, Joey. Never change. If anyone I don't know sees this in person, Joey is a very dear friend of mine, and this is okay. We don't just say this to random people we don't know, okay, guys? Full disclaimer. But oh my god, it's fucking hilarious. I mean, I guess it depends on the type of OnlyFans account, right, Joe? Some people would talk a bit more. Oh god. Do you imagine me doing that type of content though, like OnlyFans? It would just be me rambling still. I would find a way to ramble and make it really awkward and just be in like that classic like Talladega Night situation of like, I don't know what to do with my hands. And like, interpret that as you will. But I would just be like, ah. Oh shit. Man. Anyway, nudes and OnlyFans aside, did you buy anything exciting? Did you do anything exciting for Black Friday or this weekend? What do you got going on? Have you started an OnlyFans? Joe, not everyone. OnlyFans, but for ducks. Look at this tiny man. He's pretty sick. I mean, I have an inflatable rubber duck that I could blow up right now. That would kill about 60 seconds of time. I can't reach the thing. No OnlyFans from Joe. Living the hermit life. Oh man, too many last minute shows with me. Only ducks. Only ducks though could be a thing. There's like this guy is seductive on Instagram that our mutual friend Yimmy sends me videos of. It's just this really wholesome little duck. Goes and he's just cute as. Sometimes I think I would like a pet duck. Don't have the time for one. I think Doug would enjoy it either. I'm trying to open this inflatable pool light duck with headphones that I got a while ago. It's been sitting under my desk because I had a plan for it for a video, and my videos have been so backlogged that I just haven't had the time to film it. But maybe I'll just get this duck out and we'll just like make something happen. That'll be fun, right? Oh my god, there's another person in stream. Oh my god, please hit me with some questions. Something. I'm struggling. And I've got a timer. I've got like 14 minutes to go till I can bail. I'm committed to a half-hour live stream. You can hear all these weird like rubber duck. Alright, it's bigger than I thought. This is like the duck you order on wish.com. Does not look good, does it? Okay, no, those are his headphones. Okay, I just thought he had really terribly painted on eyes. Wow. Okay. I feel uncomfortable about where the placement of the little nozzle is, because that's blatantly like his butt. Like we couldn't have placed it anywhere else. Like it makes sense because I guess then when he's draining, he's kind of like farting, yeah. Come on. Come on. Are there any instructions? I mean, not instructions, you know what I mean. Please read this manual carefully and completely before operating this unit, and keep this manual for future reference. Okay, it has a battery because it's solar powered? Okay, so there is actually a light built into it. That's kind of neat. I don't have a pool, so like maybe I'll just like leave it in the bath. The duck also cannot take direct sunlight for 8 to 10 hours or longer. Like that's not ideal. And this is like little parcel thing. Okay. Righto. Got some little vinyl repair patches. Alright. I am going to blow up this duck. I can't put my desk up because the camera's situated on it. I just needed to push the microphone back. My god. Alright. The challenge is can I blow this duck up before the stream is supposed to end and without passing out, because I was out of breath doing that. Let's see. Oh shit. That is tricky. Oh my god, there are 4 people watching. Hello. Hello, welcome. I am blowing up a rubber duck. If you know me, hello. Don't make it weird for me in real life. If you don't know me, please introduce yourself. Ask me some questions in the comments. I am drowning here, but I've committed myself to a 30-minute stream. I've got 11 minutes to go. Okay. There's got to be like a little thing happening here, surely. Yeah. God, I cannot blow up this. This is insanely hard. My God, it's like I've never blown anything up in my life. I am like dizzy. Tell me you're overworked and fatigued without telling me you're overworked and fatigued, right? Okay, air seems to be going on a little easier now. Maybe I was just like holding it wrong. Okay. Alright, I can tell there are people watching, please. I am begging you. Please say something. Give me something in the comments. I am not prepared for this live stream. And I would love to chat more about things that are not blowing up ducks from... Yeah, you get it. Holy crap. Okay, we're getting there. This duck is... Alright. Things are less dire than they were 4 minutes ago. Joe, thank you. I am committed to blowing up this duck. You can see my vase in like 2 minutes. Oh my God. Yeah, it's got like the biggest shooting like stab of pain in my head because I am clearly out of breath and very tired. I'm giving it one more thing and then, oh, there's another question. One more sec. Whoa. Okay. I blew up this stupid duck. That is bigger than I thought it was gonna be. I was kind of hoping maybe his beak would inflate more. We'll fix that. For scale. Anyway, you can just sit down here. I feel like he has to kind of be in the shot now, but like, I'm not gonna just like hold him. We'll figure this out in a sec. It's not gonna work. It's fine. Okay. Whew. Alright. I'm gonna answer this one, first, and then I will show you my base, Joey. Hello, Cutie Pie Pup. Thank you for hitting me with a question. My favorite part about creating content is... okay. I like the storytelling aspects of it. I love that I get to take something that is like in my head, and it's something that I will struggle to describe here, but it's quite rambly, right? I have a lot of inner ramblings, and I get to turn it into something that is concise and explains me and the things that I think in a more articulate way. Something I've always been kind of like self-conscious about is that I am a rambler and I really struggle to get to the point, and so I really like taking, just condensing like all of this into something that can be explained, and and in a way where it's nice to like visually, and like it's a very visual, it can be a visually appealing thing. I also just like making stuff that is fun, things that just can take my entire focus up, and I can just kind of like fall into something. So I've really enjoyed finding my style recently with editing videos. I've done a lot of different things over the years. Really enjoyed that process, and just figuring myself out and finding ways to put my own sense of humor into my edits. There's like a lot of like little subtle things that I will put in that I couldn't get across in the scripting process, but they'll re-emphasize like the way I actually feel about things. So there's a lot of like little self-jabs, or it's like a lot of self-deprecating humor, but sort of done in jest, and I like injecting that into my work. As for things that are most difficult, live streaming, apparently. I really don't know what to talk about when there's nothing going on. I struggle to make time, and I struggle with all or nothing thinking. So I have a process and an order in how I like to create work. And when I can't do it in the way that I sort of envision, it's really frustrating, and I will kind of throw it away. Like, not throw it away, but I'll be like, I'll get to it. And so something that should only be delayed by a day can be delayed by weeks. So sort of getting out of my own way is something I really struggle with. I think that, and just not having enough time. So like this week, because it has been so hectic, sort of when I was talking to myself at the start of the stream, I said that I've been talking to my YouTube coach about how I really feel like I don't have enough time to be doing this work at the moment, and it sucks because it's all I want to be doing, and I don't really get to do it because like I have another job that I have to do to pay my bills and pay my way through life. So a lot of that came back down to managing my own expectations and learning how to just be a little bit like more compassionate towards myself and my circumstances. So this week I had to work a bunch more, had to deal with a lot more people in person. So this week, if all I can do is sit down and do a short live stream and update a couple of thumbnails that have been annoying me, and a few titles on videos that I've already made, then I'm still like doing active work towards my channel. It's just I'm not getting to spend hours and hours scripting and editing or creating a new video as I would normally get to do. So yeah, hope that answers the question. I'm sure as soon as I end the stream I'll have like 2,000 other things I could say, but that's my biggest issues thus far. What about yourself? Do you do content creation? Do you have any specific issues with it, or is it something you're looking to get into? Yeah, would love to know your, tell me some stuff about you and what you do, or what brought you here. Oh, I'm so bad at the follow-up questions. Thank you for indulging me. The other thing I will say I really do enjoy about creating content, and I've said this in a couple videos, actually I don't know if I have yet or if it's in the one I'm editing at the moment for next week, is I am someone who talks a lot, you can probably tell, and I ruminate a lot on things that are in my brain until I can, it's like my way of like processing whatever I'm thinking about, and this gives me a really good outlet for that, because it's like I get to, like with my scripting process, I will write my video, like I'll write out a script the way I would think and say it initially, and then I'll refine it through this format that I like to use. So it's like a framework with ChatGPT, and it will essentially like go and cut like all of the crap out of that, and then it'll word it in a way that I don't like, so then I'll reword things, and we just sort of go back and forward through a few renditions. And so it's really nice because it kind of helps me tie up like the loose ends that are in my head too. Yeah. My base. Let's make sure my dog's not behind me. This is my bass guitar, Joey. Thank you for listening to me ramble for 32 minutes now. It is a Music Man Stingray 5-string. I love it. It was never the type of bass I would have thought I would purchase, but fun story. So I went down to 5 Star Music, one of the faves for you and I, and there was this really lovely salesperson, Katie, and we were having a chat, and I walk in and I'm like, show me your basses, because this is when I was like dabbling with the idea of getting a bass guitar again, because I hadn't played since I was 16. And she was like, okay, and she takes me over and we just kind of vibed for a minute, just like chatting. I don't normally click with people like in a retail environment, because I'm like, oh, they want me to go quickly, like let's get in, get out, don't be a wafter, you know how it is. And I think we ended up just like sharing both that we both had ADHD, and we started getting talking about medication, and she's like, oh, like weird thing, but do you get really sweaty with your meds? And I'm like, I do. And this is around the time I'd started them. And she's like, right, I'm gonna try this bass. And she puts this guy here in my hands, this exact one, and I don't like know much about the ins and outs of what guitars are made of. She's like, whatever the neck is made of, it's almost like it's super absorbent. So she's like, I can play for ages and my hands don't feel like they're gonna slide off, whereas other ones she's played, she said her hands would just feel sweaty and they would slip off, and it sucked. And she tried this, she's like, I've got this exact one in a slightly different color. It was a 4-string, her one. And she's like, yeah, but she's like, don't feel pressured to buy it, because I know you're probably like me and super impulsive. And I'm like, no, like I'll take it. Well, I ended up lay buying it because I didn't have the full amount at the time. Paid it off. Never thought I'd have a 5-string. It's been really fun getting back into playing again. It's very pretty. I like how it sounds. I'm not particularly great at it. I kind of just like pull up a tab and just like play along to a couple of whatever songs I like at the time. But yeah, it is beautiful. Has like a little red dot on the back. I've actually still got the tag on it for some reason, just because I haven't cut it off. It has one of whatever they call this thing in the back. There's like a battery. I think it has something to do with the pickup or whatever. I don't know. I don't know the technical things. I got a slight discount because I had a really small mark on it, like an imperfection, like a little dent. But like that stuff doesn't bother me, because I don't know, if we want things to be perfect, then I don't know, it's just not how life is, you know? But yeah, I absolutely adore it. It's one of my favorite purchases, and I'm like, even if I never play it, like my guitar in the background, which I play a lot less than I play bass, I'm like, it still looks really pretty in the background. Yeah. Ooh. Thank you, Joe. Ooh, videos. Alright, so for me, I currently struggle with finding ideas that are good enough for my audience, like the videos that I'm more passionate about, non-trending topics, which sucks when you want to grow faster. Yeah, look, I completely agree with this. It's really hard to find that middle ground of things that are interesting and will appeal to a bigger group, and then things that you find interesting and can kind of deep dive on. I don't know sort of what realm or like what type of content you do, but for me, like obviously it's very neurodivergent, like orientated, ADHD with like my like sprinkles of things I'm learning as I go with YouTube. And I got this like not confronting comment yesterday, but a guy commented on one of my videos, and he said, actually I'm gonna pull it up here really quickly. This one. It was, this is on my first YouTube like update video that I did, where I was talking about my experiences with the one-on-one coaching. And the guy said, oh, where did the comment go? I just had it, sorry. Yes, I have an honest question for you, not being mean in any way or form. I apologize if that's how it comes off. But he's like, but if you've been doing this for 7 to 8 months now and are not monetized or even halfway to monetize, is vidIQ really worth it? Are you not worried about how long this might take? Do you have an end date where you stop doing this full time and do it as more of a hobby or quit altogether? Again, I promise I'm not being mean. Truly an honest question. Side note, like I love your video, great quality. You do deserve more viewers. And I like had to sit on that one for an hour because it was tough in the sense that like it feels almost like you are being called out a little bit. And it's like I've done a few videos now, and there are some that have done like quite well when you compare them to the amount of subscribers I have, and then there are others that haven't done as well. But there's got to be a balance, because otherwise you'll burn yourself out and not want to continue making videos. I also think the trend one, it has its area, but I don't know if it's going to be, like, it'll continue to be a lasting area, but there are a lot of people that drop into that, do really well, and they drop out, and I think it's for that exact reason. They want to grow really quickly, but then once I think you're in that realm, you're stuck there because you have to keep chasing the trends. And like there'll be a few dedicated people that stick around because they might find you as a person interesting and the way your takes on things interesting. But ultimately the reason those videos go viral is people are jumping from trend to trend, and keeping up with trends is exhausting. So no, I fully agree with you, the ones that you're more passionate about. Like there are scripts that I'm happy to spend a week or two writing, and it's not always the most sustainable thing long term, but yeah, it's just you really do have to find that balance. It's tricky. I wish I had some advice, but that's something I do battle with myself. Not that I've really addressed the trending side of things, but I have had a couple videos that have blown up a week or like even a couple months after I've posted them. Like one of my most viewed videos about my experience with medication, it had a couple hundred views after a week or two of posting it, and then it kind of plateaued and it didn't do much, and about 3 months afterwards it just kind of took off again and became one of my highest viewed videos. So I jumped from a couple hundred views to 3,000, I think it was, or just shy of 3,000 overnight. Or not overnight, I say overnight, it was over like a week or so, which was awesome for me in terms of growth, because it's like the video just hadn't been put in front of the right people. So I don't know, it's that thing of like, it's nice when your video does really well straight away, but it's not always going to be like that too, because I guess once it's up there, once it gets in front of the right people, it can continue to do well. So there's a couple videos I wanted to have done better that didn't, and they're ones I'm going to give like a little revamp, you know, new thumbnail, new title, try change some end screens on it and see if that reboots it enough for it to, you know, get back into the algorithm. So yeah, one of the comments I made back towards that guy, like we had a really nice sort of exchange in the comments, and one of the things I sort of mentioned there is I think a lot of it is managing your own expectations, but being really clear about what your goals are. Because yeah, I think if you're just chasing the numbers in growth and not like celebrating the little wins that you have along the way, and like just appreciating like the parts of content creation that you enjoy, then yeah, like that's a surefire way to burn out, and it's not going to be great for you in the long term. And that's not what we want. We want to, like, content creation should be a really cool and fun industry, because it was a job that, you know, 10, 15 years ago, it didn't exist, really. Like, as a kid, I never thought, like, being a YouTuber was, like, a job someone could have. And now it's a job that I want. I want to, you know, keep making cool content. So, yeah, like, I'm a little behind in some ways, but then also, like, way further ahead than I thought I would be in other ways. So I don't know, it's a slog, but I'm very stoked for what I've been able to create. And yeah, I don't know. What kind of content do you create? Like, do you have like a good community audience, or do you feel like really scattered with, do you feel like quite scattered like across the board at who you're talking to? It's not like the best way I want. I'm struggling to like put the question together in my head, but I hope you understand what I was asking. Yes. Let's have a look. I have a comment. Oh yeah, commentary channel. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, commentary channels are a tricky one. I see a lot of people in that space. There's a girl I kind of connected with on that same video of mine I mentioned earlier. And she's like younger than me, I think, in the States. And she has like, I think it's like a commentary reaction sort of channel. And I think she was also struggling with something similar. And then, what was it? One of her videos took off. So that's like, I don't watch a lot of commentary, so I apologize. But is it like Sniper Wolf thing, Sniper something? I know it was like Sniper had like a bunch of S's, and there was like, I kept seeing that and like the term like doxing thrown around, and she did a video on that, and it like blew the hell up, and like just kind of, you know, she was like growing pretty gradually, and it was, you know, on the up, and then she posted that video like right time, right place, and it just went. And then yeah, it's just insane how the commentary scene works. I could not see. I mean, I like doing little bits of commentary here and there on like things like specific to my area, but yeah, I think just from the competitiveness alone of that, and just like, I see a lot of those channels and they're like posting like 3-4 videos a week, and they're not short videos. They're like 15, 20, 30 minutes long. And I'm like, that's a substantial amount of work, and like props to them. But yeah, is there like a sub niche you can kind of branch into for when you get stuck, or is it really just like tracking trends? Like, how do you track trends? I know there's like a couple like things online where you can kind of see what Google's up to and what's being searched, but yeah, that's a hard one. Is there a way to like inject your your interest into trends, or is like, are your, I don't know, is that a weird question to ask? But yeah, trends are insane. Like, they're fun. Like, I mean, they're trending, right? Like, that's what they do. But I can't fathom being in that space, because it just, I'm lazy when I'm not into something, and it seems exhausting to be in that all the time. Yeah, wow. Sorry, that's really stumped me. Also, though, with your alt channel, I really like the dog in your picture. It's very cute. Oh my god, is it you that I was is it your channel that I was just talking about? I've just clicked because I feel like I've seen that dog on your Insta. Sorry, I am so bad with like this stuff and just like connecting the dots. Yeah. Yeah. And then like following on from there, like in terms of growth, like what is do you have like a long-term goal? Like is there a number you're trying to reach, or are you just running at growth? Yeah. I was just like, wait, I feel like I know that dog when I looked at the picture. Yeah, okay, that's you. Yeah, sorry, I haven't watched. I don't, you know me with the. I've watched some of your vids and I like them, and I think you're growing and it's awesome. Just putting my base down. But yeah, the reason I'm just gonna like be fully candid here, and not this is not at you. I watched a couple of commentary vids on when I did one or two videos in that area, and like some of it, not all of it, but in the area where I was doing, fuck, it's a bitchy area. Like, sorry, that's just me having a. Sorry for my aggressive language in this live stream, but yeah, I could not believe the lack of compassion some people had towards others. And I don't know if that's just like a personality thing with me, because you know I'm a very empathetic person, but yeah, that was why I sort of, once I'd done one or two videos in that scene, I felt kind of icky about it. That's just me, and I think it was the particular issue I was commenting on. But I guess like that is the point of commentary, right? Like you're either like this side or that side, and all in the middle. So expressing opinions and how you do it can come across certain ways. But yeah, I don't know, I found it to just be a very wild place. Yeah. One thing, just going back to your idea, like coming up with ideas, I don't know if this helps, or like what your process is with documenting or like planning out your things, but I have like my book that I write all my stuff down into, and I've recently just switched to Notion, and I got a template that was recommended to me by my coach, but I use that to like plan out everything. So it's got like all of my videos like in one like section of the screen, my video titles, like what status they are, whether they're published, whether I'm scripting or researching, planning. Then I've got thumbnails, like whether I've finished designing them, whether I've got like worked in progress ones, the script notes, what niche they fall into in like my area, what dates I've published, like everything is there. But then I've got a bunch that are just like unnumbered, and then like the ones that are in their research planning stage. So what I'm doing here, like one of them, I found is cool because I've been sort of like working on some ideas in the background, and then I don't know, I just kind of got lucky with one or two of them, and I'm like, oh, the timing for this feels like it's going to be right soon. So yeah, so it's like you can kind of, if you've got an idea that's sort of formulating and you're just like loosely researching it in the background, then you can, like, if you time it right, if you've already got half the work there, if something does start to creep up, you know, you've got half the work already done, then you get to like slam it out. So I don't know if it's one of those things where you can maybe write down some of the things you're already interested in and just have like a half plan there. So like one of the ones I'm working on currently is it's like a tech review, right? And I'm just gonna like talk about this. I know everyone's like, I can't talk about this upcoming video that I'm doing, but like I'm not I'm not sponsored. I can do whatever the fuck I want, right? Um, Obviously coming into Christmas, and I talk about neurodiverse stuff. So through work, I went to a thing a few weeks ago where I was given like 10 pairs of headphones that we had to, like earbuds, right? Like noise cancelling earbuds. I've got a bunch. They're actually all on the floor at the moment. But I got given a bunch of noise cancelling earbuds, and I'm like, I've never been in a situation where I've had 10 or like 8 of the best earbuds on the market to sit there and like talk, like test out and like play around with before I have to like clean them and give them back. And I'm like, cool, I'm gonna make a video where I talk about, because tech is like a very oversaturated industry, but obviously with all of the awareness in social media at the moment around neurodiversity and sensory issues, there's a lot more awareness, and it's kind of causing like these like mini trends. So at work we sell out of specific headphones a lot of the time because they've blown up on TikTok again, and all these people will come in rushing in to get them, and then they're sold out, and the trend dies down, and then it pops back, and it, you know, does what trends do. But because it's coming into Christmas, I'm like, cool, I could time this with a like, you know, top noise cancelling earbuds for sensory people with sensory issues, or like, you know, top, like, I don't know, like earbud gift ideas. I don't know, like it may not do anything, but I was sort of like on this idea, and I've been researching and planning it for like a while now. And then I'm like, cool, with the way I've got my next few videos planned out, I'm like, this would be a really good one to launch in the next couple of weeks, because it's like pre-Christmas, and like maybe it might be a more search topic because people are researching what earbuds to buy for themselves or for their partner or for their, you know, whoever it is. Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know, it's like stuff I'm trying. Like I've got a few more that are like just in the go there, which aren't really, like there's like a video I really want to do on injustice sensitivity, and like my experiences with that, because it's like a core like ADHD and like ND like trait. But I'm probably gonna wait. Like I've been putting in like my own personal feelings and like notes towards that topic, but I'll just wait till I start see it trending on TikTok, because like it's one of those things, like you sort of see when that like because there's all these like tiny little like mini things within each niche that become popular at a time. And so I'm sort of thinking like, cool, when I start seeing this word pop up more and more in this space, and more like when all the other creators are jumping on it, then cool, that's when I'll drop my video on that topic, potentially. I don't know if I have any luck doing that, like over the next few months. I'll let you know. But so your comment, after blowing up, the views are still not great. I've lost 150 subs in the past 2 months because I can't keep up. It's a little demotivating, and I have to keep going. Yeah, I can see like that would be demotivating. Like it would feel really demotivating, and that sucks, because it's, you know, like we're looking for the up, and like I know even now, right, because my numbers are still so small, like most days I know exactly what my number is, and so when I go on to check and I see like 1 or 2 have dropped off, I'm like how could you? And it feels really personal. But I think the people that are actively going around and unsubscribing, they probably weren't going to contribute to your channel a lot in the long run. Like it's great that they were there, but they are really the people that are going to jump from trend to trend. So like, yeah, like feel upset about it for a minute, but also just know that there is a community. Like you do a lot of community posts, and you seem like, from what I've seen, like you have pretty good engagement in that. So I think just keep ticking along and growing that group, because that seems to be the focus I've been having with my own channel, and with my coach, is like, you know, right, like, and that was the point of this, is to try and connect with my little tiny community and have that sort of back and forward. So it's like building that value, because ultimately they're the ones that are going to continue returning long term, and they're the ones that are going to help you make money in the platform. The ones that unsub, like, yeah, it sucks like seeing that number, but yeah, I don't know, I think it's one of those ones like, yep, feel it, like it sucks, acknowledge it, but also know that they're not going to contribute to your success in the long term, you know? I don't know if that's helpful. Like if it's not, please tell me. I don't have, like, I feel like I'm sitting here giving advice that like I'm not warranted to give. I don't know. Yeah, I'm very much like, yeah, things suck, and definitely acknowledge it, but also, yeah, you're putting in a lot of hard work, and like 150, when you like look at the amount that you've grown in a short time, is insane. yeah, I don't know, like it's especially right now, right? Like this is a really hectic time of year, and I don't know if you have like other work or a job or anything outside of this, but that's what I'm trying to do right now is just like practice some self-compassion and work through, yeah, just work through the things that you can control and just pick up where you left off. Like you don't have to be 100% all of the time because that's not sustainable and that is going to make you feel like crap. So um, yeah, it might be a good time to find like a way to, yeah, really like, I mean, like it's that new year thing coming up, right? Like where people like to really sit down and think about what they want for their success. Um, yeah. Oh, I see. That sucks. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, that would like make my rejection sensitivity just like insanely hard. Whereas I'm like, which I think is actually why I started doing my little documenting series where I'm like, hey, here's my growth. Because I'm like, if I start it from day dot, if the numbers drop and it's like, okay, like it's something I have to face because it is a reality of it, but it's not an area that I have a lot of experience in right now because I am so small. Yeah, yeah. I know, whatever you do, don't buy subs. That would be terrible. Yeah. Or just, I don't know, like, are you want to, like, could you acknowledge it in the reverse and just be like, oh yeah, like, we had to drop the sub count because a bunch of, like, knobs dropped off, lol. Like, you know, is there a way you can, like, make it a funny, like, little, little thing to get the people to engage? I don't know. But yeah, it sucks. But you are crushing it because you've been doing a lot of cool stuff. And it's like one of those things too, like even if you look at like all of the big channels, right? Like like everyone loves using Mr. Beast as their like the go-to guy because he's like at the top of YouTube right now. And he's like the biggest YouTuber we've ever seen and the biggest that there's ever been, right? But if you go through all of his videos, like there's a substantial amount. Like if you look at it like from a percentage base, like relative to your channel, he has a bunch of videos that haven't done as well as like the others. And that's like standard because obviously like some are way more viral than others. So it's just that thing of looking at, yeah, I don't know, just like trying to step back and look at yours and just how like overall it is kind of just the trend of how this platform seems to run because I guess not every video can be a number one. I say that like I got like like two videos with like 3,000-4,000 views and then like my last three have had like 50 if I'm lucky. Like it it sucks, but yeah. But then I guess like with trending topics, like are there trending topics that are just trendier or are there just is there more competition in certain topics than there are others? Like the one that really helped, the sniper wolf one, that one really blew up. And was that just because it was like more like was it trending more than other like areas you've done or like what was it about that topic that was so like that made it as big as it was? Like I don't know, do you know? I genuinely have no idea. Cause it was all over my TikTok and my YouTube and it wasn't really an interest of mine, so I didn't really like indulge with a lot of it. And then one video I tried to do, I was jumping on like after the fact, so it was no longer trending, it was still relevant, but it didn't do as well because I'd missed that, like I'd missed the wave on that one. Hmm. Hmm. So like it being a huge trending topic, are the other trending like this is what I don't get with trends and like this is just like an ignorance thing because I don't know. I'm old. No, I'm kidding. I just don't follow trends as much as others because I'm a pick me girl. Apparently, that was it. That sounded awful. But I don't follow a lot of like social media trends. Like it was a huge trending topic. Are the other one like do other trends you've covered? Are they just not at the same level as what that one was? Like was that just like the one blowing things out of the water, or like what was like why was that one special? So see another like 1 or 2 have popped in. If you guys have any questions, like please pop them in. I feel a little more at home than I did earlier. Still feels strange, but like I'm here. Please hit me with things if you have them. Yeah, would love to keep chatting. I don't love, like, I understand why there's a latency between me speaking and like stuff popping up, but I wish there wasn't, because I don't know what you're supposed to do in the downtime, honestly. Need to like come up with some like in between question material. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So because that topic was drama specifically on YouTube between 2 big YouTubers that are well known, they think that's why it's called. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So like not only did those two like promoting their own stuff, there was a bunch of comment. Yeah, okay. Because wasn't there like further drama on that like after the fact? Because I remember like commenting on one of my videos got age restricted a couple of weeks ago, and I tried to get it rectified through Twitter, and then like some rando started like commenting on my comment asking them to ban the one that was is it committing the doxing? Is doxing where you like they like showed up at their house or something? Yeah, someone like commented on there saying like this person needs to be banned, and I'm like, this is a weird comment to get when I'm trying to get my thing overturned. But I feel like that was a few weeks after you'd posted your video and had blown up. So like, was it like an ongoing drama? I really need to just like go watch the video after I finish this stream. Yeah. Ooh, so the person went to we're just gonna call her the bad lady in this because I do not have enough context to say anything without sounding like an idiot. But the bad lady went to the other guy's house, the other YouTuber's house, and took a picture and posted it on his. That's really creepy. I don't love that. That's just really icky. Like, just don't be a creep. That's my commentary on this one specific issue. Just don't be fucking strange. Like, you do you, but keep that to yourself. Like, don't go to people's houses. That's fucked up. We don't need that. Yeah, no, that's not great. Don't love that at all. Yeah. All right, as someone like for you, because you're growing and doing a lot of stuff on this platform, is that something that you think about a lot on here? Is like protecting your own privacy and like keeping yourself like kind of like not hidden, but just being like at a, even from like the beginning, like have you been quite conscious of your own like identity online and things like that? It's something I think about a lot, but it's like not as relevant to me right now, but it is something I do try to be mindful of because I know it's like a growing concern for a lot of people, especially with like AI and things. You know, it's a lot easier to find people and like find information on people, and it's quite insane how it works now. Oh, that's my dog going off. Hang on. I'm just gonna get my dog really quickly and you guys can meet him. Wow. This is Doug, if you haven't met him already or seen him in a video. He's my little guy. He's trying to escape. Hey. Okay, he doesn't want to be in my lap right now. Oh no, he just wants to lay down and not be in the camera. Fair enough. He wants me to respect his privacy. Yeah, okay, that's a, yeah. See, I say which state and which country I live in. I don't really go beyond that, like, bigger place, but I also try not to, you know, like film around like landmarks or things that are like easily identifiable. Yeah, that would be, yeah, absolutely terrifying. Like I remember seeing like, this TikToker, is it Chris, call me Chris, that lady, and saying that she had to move recently because she had like a full-on stalker. Like I had a stalker situation years ago at like a job that I worked at, and it was terrifying. It was short-lived luckily, and like he full-on left, like he wasn't full-on stalking, but he was definitely being inappropriate, and it was weird, and it's just not comfy. And then yeah, to know that, yeah, you guys, like with your living situation, that would be tricky. Oh, Dougie, come here, mate. He's being, yeah, Doug loves being on camera, right? I gave him a haircut today because we can't get in touch with any groomers, because I don't know, groomers are like kind of like the fuck boys of online. They just don't text back. I've had a really great one. Can't get in contact with her. Had one lined up, like a new dude. He's like, yep, text me on this number. Like, didn't hear back. So I had to give him a home job haircut around his eyes, because otherwise he walks into things and I want him to be able to see. Also, I like seeing his eyes. He's got pretty eyes. Yeah. He likes putting his butt in my face. Dougie, do you want to say hi? Can you speak? Speak! Speak! No, we're gonna exhale dramatically, apparently. Yeah. He's pretty cool, though. I like him. We also decided not to, for this year's Christmas family photo shoot, decided to not wear a black t-shirt because last year he blended in too well with both me and my partner's shirts. Like, yeah, no, we wear a lot of black. Yeah, we do. And we're just like I'm wearing a t-shirt right now. It looks like Doug. Oh wait, it has a tail, but you know. Hey, buddy. Aww. I know the real reason I want to be a content creator as a full-time job. It's so I can spend more time at home with my dog. That's why. Go on little adventures with him. Chill out. Yeah. Oh my god, you are so welcome. Honestly, the reason I stayed on longer was because you engaged. So thank you so much. Get some rest. Yeah, chat more in future. Take it easy. Also, Joey, I appreciate you and the other silent person that's been in the background of the stream. Thank you. I am also gonna dip. I'm gonna go make some dinner. Be a good suburban domestic goddess, apparently. No, just trying to help my partner survive because it's been a brutal week. So thank you. I appreciate you all. Hopefully see you in the next one. I will try and be more organized, but thank you so much for listening to my rambling. Doug also says goodbye. Say bye, Doug. Say bye. He's not having a bar of this. I'm gonna pop him on the floor. Yeah. All right. Peace. Thank you guys. See you next time.